Hector Macho Camacho, 28 years old, undefeated, 38-0. He's the WBO's junior welterweight champ. He's the WBC's former lightweight champion of the world, and he's a former 130-pound champion. He always brings such energy into the ring. And John Scully, I know you really believe that the ring persona of Hector Macho Camacho is a positive.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he's a star. He's a guy that you want to see. And if you're in the arena when Hector Camacho is walking to the ring, you're going to turn and look. Whatever you're doing, you're going to stop and turn and look. And if he's on TV, you're going to tune in to see what he's doing because he's fun. He gets it. He gets the marketability aspect of the game.
Playing to the crowd at Caesar's Palace and wearing the camouflage tonight, he says that he is honoring our troops in the Middle East.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Caesar's Palace here in Las Vegas, Nevada, where tonight, main events and the undisputed, undefeated king of beer, Budweiser, presents a double dose of World Championship Boxing. This first bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Organization, President Dr. Ramon Acevedo, Supervisor Alberto Aleman, and the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Dr. James Nave, Commissioners Luther Mack, Dr. Elias Ghanem, Bruce Lane, and Nat Carasali. The Executive Director is Chuck Minker. The scoring will be done by 3 judges at ringside on a 10-point must system, and they are William McConkey, Dalby Shirley, and Art Laurie. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Flip Omansky, Dr. James Wishgame, and Dr. Al Capana. The timekeepers, Al Bisick and Jane Broadfoot. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada, the moment you've all been waiting for, so let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds for the WBO Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. The referee for this first title bout is Carlos Padilla. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the USA colors of red, white, and blue. He weighed in at 139 pounds. His professional record, 27-3-1, 13 KOs. He's fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, a 2-time world champion. Tonight, the challenger, ladies and gentlemen, Greg Haugen. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing the combat camouflage trunks and weighing an even 140 pounds, originally from Spanish Harlem, now living and fighting on the Osage Indian Reservation in Florida. He's a 3-time world champion, undefeated with a record of 38-0, 16 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Macho time. He's the WBO Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Hector Macho Camacho.
Hector Macho Camacho, a big favorite on the Vegas Strip, 7-1 favorite to defeat Greg Haugen. If he can do that, a possible super fight with Julio Cesar Chavez he could cash in on. Carlos Padilla, the referee.
Okay, Hector, Greg, you were already given instructions in the respective dressing room. Any question?
No.
Okay, seconds, come out fighting.
Okay, good luck.
Good luck.
Alongside the Iceman, John Scully, I'm Joe Tessitore. Hector Camacho had to lose over 3 pounds the day of the weigh-in. Greg Haugen says he's in the best shape of his life, and he feels that he is inspired and motivated to take Camacho to the deep water where he can wear him down and try to uncover some of those stamina issues that may be revealed with the fact that Camacho had a crash and cut weight so close to the fight, John Scully.
Well, I mean, that's always going to be an issue with anybody that's been losing weight, but it's going to take him some time to wear him down, to wear Camacho down, because he's got that hand speed and he's got that very awkward southpaw style. So I don't anticipate Haugen doing much in the first couple rounds. Not that he won't try to, but I can't imagine him getting off first over the first couple rounds. So wearing Camacho down is gonna take some doing, I believe.
can I assume that if you were to point to any one singular advantage that either fighter has in this fight that stands out remarkably, it would be the overall speed and hand speed of Hector Camacho as an advantage over Greg Haugen?
For sure, as an advantage over most guys in the world in his weight class. And, you know, if you can point back to the Pazienza fight, the third one between Haugen and Vinny. Vinny boxed. He finally changed up his strategy after 2 tough fights. And then the third fight, he boxed and used his movement. And he won, I thought, pretty convincingly. And Camacho's a master at that. So it's going to take some doing, like I said, for him to really, for Haugen to get in to wear Camacho down.
You see Camacho up on his toes.
See, and even there, you see Camacho throw that, what most would say is a meaningless jab. He just toss it out. But that's a good thing to do. I mean, because the guy doesn't know you're not going to throw at full speed. So what I call, you force him to deal with it. You force him to deal with you putting your right hand out there. So it slows Haugen up, and then he sticks in a stiff one like he did right there.
Speedy southpaw, circling to his right. You brought up the point of Greg Haugen's outing against Vinny Pazienza. That fight last August. Since then, Haugen has bounced back with 2 10-round decision wins. Fought in November against Tommy Hanks, and then here in Vegas, defeated Billy Young in December. Now 2 months removed from that most recent victory, a big underdog against the unbeaten Camacho. Haugen placing the right hand.
And like with most guys that fight Camacho, you've got to find a way. That's easier said than done, but you've got to find a way to rough him up somewhat. You can't outbox him from the outside. That's hard to do.
Hector Macho Camacho preparing himself for the second round against the upset-minded Greg Haugen. Talked about Haugen's 3 fights with Vinny Pazienza. Camacho defeated Pazienza a year ago this month, February of 1990.
And I would say he's probably looking to do something similar style-wise tonight. Make it a patient, not a really exciting fight. Box, pick his spots. That's his game. That's his comfort zone, and Camacho's a master at that. So I think Haugen or anybody that thinks they're going to beat Camacho needs to step up their game, their enthusiasm level. They need to fight with a little urgency against him.
Straight left hand scored well for the Macho Man. Double jab from that southpaw stance. Haugen opens up with a left hook, tried to come in with the right hand. You can see the speed of Camacho as Haugen sent that jab to the midsection, and Camacho quick to retaliate.
And that's the thing, you can't, with Camacho, most guys, they can't test out certain punches with him. A lot of times you might throw a couple soft shots just to see what the guy's going to do, but Camacho, he's like a shotgun. He replies right away. He reacts right away. So, he's alert. He's very alert. He's almost like, in a sense, you might look at him and say, this guy's afraid to get hit, but that's what makes him good. Because you can't just sneak up on Camacho. He answers back like he's doing there.
Flurry there, eye-catching flurry. He's having a good second round. Haugen attempts the left hand to the body. Yeah, the old axiom in boxing is hit and don't get hit. With Camacho, sometimes he gives you the impression it's don't get hit first, then hit.
That's true. And he, again, you don't have to be, he's from that school of thought where you don't necessarily have to be exciting all the time. You just have to win. And he does that well. Like, he could do this all night against most guys. He could take his time and pick his shots, force you to do something different, because you already know what his mindset is going in.
Straight left hand again. Good round for Camacho. And you get the sense from Camacho, especially in the lead up to this fight, John Scully, that he firmly believes he's a couple cuts above Greg Haugen. He knows Haugen had the back and forth with Vinny Paz that he lost 2 of. Camacho feels confident enough to say that he's a cut above Vinny Pazienza. Right. Thus, if you extend that to this matchup, he's a couple cuts above Greg Haugen.
Right. I mean, hey, Camacho's undefeated. He's been a step up against everybody he's fought. And guys that, you know, on paper, on reputation, are better than Haugen. So, you know, just by that, you'd have to assume that he's not planning on losing tonight.
Perfecto, no necesitas ni que cansarte, así como lo estás haciendo. Con el jab para adelante y tirando esa izquierda recta como lo está haciendo, ¿eh? Calmadito, calmadito. No te asures tanto, ahora contrólalo más, no te asures tanto, estamos bien.
You have the range now. The range is beautiful.
Muévelo mucho, muévelo mucho, muévelo. No, moviéndolo es todo. Esto no lo tomes ahora, tíralo.
Right.
Well, his corner told him that the range is beautiful. Let's take a look back at that second round, John Scully, and see how he took advantage of that range.
Well, there's a good counter left hand. I'd say his range is usually beautiful in most of his fights. He dictates the range. He dictates the pace. He's the master at it. And again, if somebody's going to beat this guy, they can stay with him, but to actually beat him, to land more punches than him, you're going to have to step your energy level up. You're going to have to throw punches in bunches, because if you throw 1 or 2, you're going to miss 1 or 2.
Round 3. Scheduled for 12. Camacho, the owner of the WBO's 140-pound title. He's had titles at 130 pounds and at lightweight 135 pounds. He won this vacant belt with a victory 2 years ago in '89 against Ray Boom Boom Mancini, just up the state line a bit in Reno, Nevada.
And again, he's boxing good. He does the same thing. You know, most of his fights, most of the rounds, he fights the same way. He forces his opponents to deal with him. It's not like Haugen is forcing Camacho to do what he wants to do. This fight is going according to how Hector Camacho fights. And that shows in the judges' eyes, too. They realize who the boss is at this moment. And Haugen's going to have to step it up, I believe. He's going to have to use his jab more. Even if he doesn't land it, use his jab more to get near Camacho, so he can throw the right hand and hit something, to hit anything. You can't try to place your shot on Camacho's chin. You have to try to hit him in the glove, in the chest, in the arm, the stomach. Hit him anywhere you can hit him, and that may open him up for better shots later.
Slow him down a bit. Try to stop Camacho from being in his comfort zone.
Because when he's in it, he's not the most exciting guy all the time, but he has fun in there. I believe he could do this all day. He could do 20 rounds, 25 rounds. He could just do this all day. So you've got to get his heart rate up. You have to change his pace. You have to force him to change his pace rather than allow him to dictate it.
You see Haugen trying to figure it out. How can he get in there? How can he disrupt this flow of Hector Camacho? On the inside, Camacho goes underneath. Back to that jab. That right hand from that southpaw stance. Attempts the right hook.
So, but he's throwing 2 at the most. 1, usually it's 1, sometimes it's 2. He throws, see now, he's done that 100 times already. Throws a jab, Camacho comes back with his own jab faster. And he's going to have to throw 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 shots. Risk missing a lot of them, just so he can get him going. Oh,
right hand there, and that puts down Haugen.
5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
And that finishes off this 3rd round. What a statement from Hector Macho Camacho. Only the 2nd time Greg Haugen's been down in his career.